Okay, let's talk about Apple's AI strategy because Tim Cook just dropped a fascinating clue about how they're approaching this tech differently. And honestly, it might be the key to understanding Apple's entire future. Here's the thing, everyone else is spending billions on cloud infrastructure, but Apple's betting big on something that feels almost counterintuitive. Let me break this down. So, Cook mentioned Apple's hybrid AI approach being a competitive weapon. At first glance, that sounds like corporate jargon, but dig deeper, it's actually kind of revolutionary. They're not just throwing money at massive data centers like Google or Microsoft. Instead, they're leveraging the power of your iPhone or Mac chip to run AI tasks locally. Think about that. Your device isn't just a dumb terminal sending data to the cloud, it's doing heavy lifting. That's a huge shift in philosophy. But why does this matter? Well, for starters, it's a privacy win. Your data stays on your device unless it absolutely has to go somewhere else. In an era where everyone's freaking out about data leaks and surveillance, that's a massive selling point. But here's what I find even more interesting, the cost implications. Companies like Meta and Amazon are dumping over $100 billion into cloud infrastructure. Apple, meanwhile, is spending a fraction of that. They're betting that their custom chips, those A-series and M-series processors we've been geeking out over for years, are so advanced they can handle AI workloads without needing constant cloud backup. That's not just smart engineering, it's a financial masterstroke. Lower infrastructure costs mean higher margins, or the ability to undercut competitors on price. Either way, Apple wins. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, trade-offs. Running AI locally sounds great, but what if your device can't handle complex tasks? Cook hinted that for things like image generation, Apple will still use Google Cloud's GPUs. So here's the catch, they're not abandoning the cloud, they're just being selective. It's like having a hybrid car. Sometimes you use electric, sometimes gas. But this raises a bigger question. Will users even notice the difference? If Siri can answer 80% of queries locally and only hit the cloud for complicated stuff, maybe most people won't care. But what happens when Apple's selective cloud approach hits a wall? Imagine trying to create a detailed image prompt on your iPhone and getting a "this is too hard" error. That could frustrate users and push them back to platforms with unlimited cloud power. And then there's the monetization angle. Cook hinted that iCloud subscriptions could become the gateway to more powerful AI features. This isn't just about selling you storage anymore, it's about creating a tiered AI ecosystem. Basic tasks are free, but if you want advanced features, you'll pay up. That's a clever way to boost iCloud revenue while locking users deeper into Apple's ecosystem. But here's a thought, could this backfire? If Apple's local AI is good enough for most people, why pay extra? Conversely, if the free tier feels limited, they risk alienating users. It's a delicate balance. Let's zoom out for a second. What does this strategy say about Apple's broader vision? To me, it's a reflection of their obsession with control. By prioritizing on-device AI, they're doubling down on the idea that hardware and software should be inseparable. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about maintaining dominance in a world where AI could commoditize tech. If Apple can make their devices feel irreplaceable because of their AI capabilities, they've secured their moat for another decade. But here's the wild card, user behavior. How many people actually care about local AI versus cloud? For the average person, the magic happens either way. The real test will be when Apple's new Siri launches this fall. If it's snappier, smarter, and feels more personal because it's leveraging your device's power, this strategy could redefine what we expect from AI assistants. If it stumbles, well, competitors are already betting billions on the opposite approach. So what's my take? Personally, I think Apple's hybrid model is genius, but it's not without risks. They're betting that their chips can stay ahead of the curve while others drown in cloud costs. If they pull it off, they'll set a new standard for privacy, efficiency, and integration. But if the gap between local and cloud AI becomes too wide, they might have to rethink this less is more approach. What do you think? Is Apple's restraint a strength or a limitation in the AI race? Let me know in the comments, because this is just the beginning of a much bigger story.